Our other top story at 5, we're getting our first look at the woman now formally charged with stabbing a McDonald's manager to death.
Yes, this is her mugshot right here. Afeni Muhammad faces 1 count of first-degree murder in the death of Jennifer Harris, a mother of 6 children. Here she is with her children posing for that photo. Lauren Kostick was at Muhammad's arraignment today. She joins us now live with what happened in court. And Lauren, a lot more information is coming out today about the suspect.
Ty, that is right. And more than 24 hours later, the police tape is now gone. But this McDonald's here on 9 Mile is still closed. And tonight, we're also learning more about the suspect, including videos she posted to her Instagram just days before this fatal stabbing.
Biggest score is not in session. Honorable Kathleen Gaines presiding.
Inside 38th District Court.
Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
26-year-old Afeni Muhammad appeared over Zoom from jail, now charged with first-degree murder and given a $25 million bond. She is accused of stabbing her manager, Jennifer Harris, at an Eastpointe McDonald's off 9 Mile. Police say Muhammad was sent home early, but returned with a knife.
When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity.
She stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times.
However, the defense argues there's more to the case.
My client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case.
And according to the suspect's social media, she wasn't shy about her feelings towards the victim, saying this just 2 days before.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all.
In the meantime, the family of Jennifer Harris heartbroken, saying the single mom of 6 was selfless and hardworking.
She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us, My mama died trying to take care of us.
And we also learned about a previous conviction for Muhammad out of Virginia. That charge also connected to a stabbing. Live tonight in Eastpointe, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
The more details that come out, the more horrified we are at how this all unfolded. Lauren, thank you so much.
What's going on, y'all? I'm back at it. Been out of town, spent the 4th of July in Chicago, and I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things. But just like you saw, a McDonald's manager was stabbed to death. Not by a stranger, not in some robbery, but by one of our own employees. And this happened up in Michigan. And, you know, it's just one of those things that it just makes you shake your head because it's just senseless. You know, they had some kind of disagreement that morning. And, you know, Jennifer Harris told her to go home. And that should have been the end of it. Now, I've seen some comments where people would, I don't know, maybe trying to justify this, saying that these managers, they need to learn how to talk to people and they need to treat employees better. But let's be clear. A person lost their life, and I don't care what was said at work. A woman lost her life. A mother lost her life at her job at the hands of an employee, you know. There's nothing that was said or done that could justify this, period. If somebody's, you know, talking to you crazy or somebody in management, you know, saying things, you know, you leave, you report it. Hell, you even go find another job, but you don't come back with a knife. That's not how you solve anything. That's how you throw your life away and destroy somebody else's in the process. This, to me, wasn't just some heat of the moment fight, you know, because she left. She had time to think and cool off. She went to the park and everything, but she decided to go back there with a mask on and a weapon, and you know, and we know the result, you know. So, I mean, if anybody's defending that, I think they probably need to check themselves. But what this whole situation really shows, I think, is that even in the workplace, a place where I guess you're supposed to feel safe, you know, you never really know who you're working next to. There are people showing up every day, smiling in your face, clocking in just like you, but mentally they're checked out. They're not okay. Some people are just off. And if something snaps, it could go left really fast. And that's the scary part, I think, about it. You know, we think just because we work with somebody, we know them. But the truth is we don't know them. You know, and that's where this woman, Muhammad, you know, whatever she had going on inside her mind, she let it out. She let it all out that day. So we got to stop assuming that everybody's stable just because they're showing up or just because we work with them. I mean, the world, it's different. You know, people are angry, short-tempered, and some of them are on edge, and you won't see it until it's too late. But that's not an excuse for what she did. And I get it. Mental health is real, but that's not an excuse for what she did. You don't get to take somebody's life and then hide behind the "I wasn't in my right mind" statement. Not to say that's what she said, but we often hear people who do stuff like this. They make that statement. You know, to me, if she had the presence of mind to leave, go get a knife and come back with a mask on, sneak in the back door and ambush this woman, then she knew exactly what she was doing. She made a choice, a poor choice at that, and now she'll have to answer for it. And I keep asking myself, how did she think this was going to end? You know, you walk in there with a knife, stab somebody in broad daylight. You stab somebody, your manager, in broad daylight, in front of witnesses, cameras rolling. You do all this in front of customers and other coworkers, and you think you're just walking away from that. I mean, what point was she trying to prove? Because to me, the only point that she proved is that she couldn't handle her emotions. She couldn't control her emotions, which seems to be that she has a history of, she stabbed somebody before in Virginia, I believe. But look, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing at work, some places you do get sent home, and you know, some places you get fired. That's how it works. That's not disrespect, it's accountability. But some folks don't know how to handle being corrected. They don't know how to handle being held accountable, because this wasn't her first time being sent home. So when it comes to accountability, you have to look in the mirror sometimes, not at everybody else, because if you're constantly in conflict, then maybe the problem isn't everybody else. Maybe the problem is you. But I just hate that Jennifer Harris got caught up in this whirlwind and, you know, ended up losing her life for somebody else's lack of accountability. Someone who, you know, has never, you know, held themselves accountable for anything or was never held accountable by anybody else. It's just a tragic situation, and it's a sad story. And this situation just didn't need to happen. Like I said, I mean, this woman could have went and found another job. I mean, there's just so many other different things that she could have done other than coming back up there and stabbing her and taking her life. But y'all take care, stay safe, and just make better choices. Peace, y'all.